Hey guys, what's going on? Cal back here once again bringing you another Warhammer 40,000 related article. Today we are doing part 4 of our look into the new Crusade playstyle for the Warhammer 40,000 9th edition. If you're new to the series, it is narrative driven, it is story driven, so go back and watch the first 3 and then catch yourself up and enjoy the 4th one. For those of you who are new to 40k, we post Warhammer 40,000 content every single day. Just like this, things like news, hints, tips, reviews, points reviews, painting videos, battle reports, everything. We're going to do everything all in due time. And this is going to be a channel that we build into something special. Big shout out, as always, to everyone who subscribed over the first month. Thank you very much, guys. Massively appreciated by me and Cole. Keep the likes coming. Keep the comments coming. Keep the subs coming. We're ever closing. We're closing rapidly upon like 200 subs. Be a great feeling to get to 200, then to 500, then to like 1,000 and stuff. Once we get to 1,000, it'll be epic. I don't know how long it's going to take, probably like a year or something like that, but it will be a good feeling once we get there, and every sub counts. So if you think about subbing, hit it now, or hit the like button and do all that and be part of the channel. Can't wait to hear from every single one of you. But yeah, this video, all about how the Crusade playstyle works in the new 9th edition. So let's see what the Adeptus Sororitas are up to today. One of the most exciting elements of the new edition of Warhammer 40,000 is the immersive, narrative-driven Crusade system. To show you just how awesome it is, we're taking you on a virtual Crusade, and over the course of the series, we'll be introducing you to each element of a campaign. Today, our Adeptus Sororitas Crusade force faces its most difficult challenge yet, a battle-hardened army of Black Legion Chaos Space Marines. And here we have the Adeptus Sororitas. So what's happened so far is the Adeptus Sororitas force has been created. They went up against the Necrons, got a good kicking off the Necrons, and now they're coming back for more. They're looking to purge in the Emperor's glorious name against these Chaos Space Marines. So, preparing for battle. With our Crusade force having been reinforced in the aftermath of their first fight and facing a veteran Black Legion army with a considerably larger order of battle, we've decided to fight an incursion battle, meaning a power rating of 50 per side. Here are the two Crusade armies that face each other in battle, both of which use battalion detachments. So here we have the Adeptus Sororitas, the Paragons of Piety. We've got Canoness, a missionary, and we've got some battle sisters, 10 model squad battle sisters, another 10 squad, a 5 squad Sephrons, 10 retributors, and you can see the battle honours from the previous video, which is grizzled, so ignore wounds on the 6+. We have glorious exaltation, which is one of the vehicles I'm looking at, I think. And we have 3 models of penitent engines. Very cool. So they've added a lot of models to this force compared to the last video. And here we have the Space Marines, Heralds of the Apocalypse, starting with Harkon World Claimer, great looking model, 6 power there. Demon Prince Abal, the thrice named. He has battle honours, resilience to ignore wounds on a 6+, heritage constitution +1 to wound. Okay. We've got 10 Chaos Space Marines, veteran warriors, reroll hits of 1, armor piece and AP units of heavy bolt improved by 1 AP to AP -2. The Crimson Horde, we've got some cultists, high caliber, strength of units heavy stubber improved by 1 to strength 5. And we've got some more cultists, 20 more cultists. We've got some Khorne Berserkers, Headhunters, add 1 to hit rolls against characters. Very wise. 5 Berserkers there. We have 5 Talons, 5 Raptors, and then another 5 Raptors. One of the Raptors has battle honours, Fleshbane, damage of Raptor Champion's Power Sword, improved by 1 to damage 2. Okay. As you can see, our upgunned Adeptus Sororitas army has a lot more firepower at its disposal than before, while dependent engines offer some devastating melee impact should the enemy draw too close. The Black Legion army, however, features a number of leveled up units with some powerful battle honours. If you're thinking that looks a bit unfair, there's a way to redress the balance. Crusade Blessings. So blessings. When two battle-forged Crusade armies battle each other, it is likely that one or the other will be more experienced. To determine this, after the players have mustered their armies, both players should compare the combined Crusade points of all the units that are on their army rosters. If there is a difference, then the players whose army roster has the lowest total number of Crusade points gains a number of bonus command points to use in that battle equal to half the difference rounding up. This represents high command funneling additional resources to the underdog to help them combat the elite foe. Okay, so round up, Crusade Blessings. Both players add up the Crusade points of all the units on the army roster. Player with the lowest total gains a number of bonus command points equal to the half the difference. Very cool. Okay, makes it a bit more fair. Makes sense. Can't complain about that. So thanks to the 5 deficit in Crusade points, we're looking at a handy blessing of 3 command points. God Emperor be praised. You'll also notice an appearance by none other than Harkham Worldclaimer in the Black Legion army. Yes, that's the Harkham Worldclaimer, as named characters can indeed be included in your Crusade list if you wish. They also don't gain experience, okay, as your other units do. Okay. There are 6 Crusade missions at incursion level. We rolled a 2, meaning both armies would be searching for a lost artifact in the relic. Better get those shovels ready. So we've got a relic. Let's have a quick look at this mission print. The relic is represented by an objective marker that starts the battle in the center of the battlefield. No terrain features can be set up within 6 inches of the center of the battlefield. The relic can be carried if a unit successfully completes the carry relic action. Okay, so basically you've got to pick it up and run with it, I think. While it's carrying the relic, the model's unit can embark on a transport. Yeah, okay. I've played something similar before. Carry the relic action. 1 infantry unit from your army can start their performance action at the end of their movement phase if it is within 1 inch of the relic. Objective marker. The action is completed at the end of your turn so long as the unit performing it is still within 1 inch of the objective marker and there are no enemy units, excluding flyers. The engagement range of it. If the action is successful, complete remove the objective marker from the battlefield and select 1 model in that unit. It is carrying the relic. Okay, so we've got it's side to side, board, 6 inches in the middle where the relic is, and it's basically run of the relic, grab hold of it, and run away with it. Mission objectives. Relic secured, progressive. At the end of each player's command phase, the player whose turn it is scores 10 victory points if a model of their army is carrying the relic, or if they control the relic objective marker. Okay. End game. Relic recovered. At the end of the battle, if a model from a player's army is carrying the relic, the player gains 60 victory points. Whoa. If the relic is not being carried, the player with the model closest to the relic scores 30 victory points. If both players have models equal close to the relic, then they score 10 victory points each. Victory bonus. After the battle, the victor selects 1 character unit from their army that took part in the battle. That must be a character that can gain heroic honors, and gives that character 1 Crusade relic. All the normal rules and restrictions apply. Make a note of the unit's Crusade card and increase the Crusade points accordingly. Okay, interesting. So, claiming the relic may seem simple at first, but doing so comes at enormous risk. With no cover to cling to while attempting to uncover the artifact, it's a dangerous business indeed. There was also a matter of picking our agendas. With plenty of fragile cultists available to shoot, we chose Cull the Hordes. Very, very clever. Cull the Hordes. Keep a Cull the Hordes tally for each unit from your army. Keep a Cull the Hordes tally for each unit from your army. Yes. Add 1 to a unit's Cull the Hordes tally each time it destroys 6 or more models in the same phase. Each unit gains a number of experience points equal to their Cull the Hordes tally. Okay, so Cultists, fairly easy to kill. Shoot lots of things at them, shoot all the heavy bolters in, wipe them out, get lots of points. To take advantage of their newly increased unit size and the survivability offered by their grizzled battle honours, we also chose Survivor and applied it to the Retributor squad. Okay, Survivor. At the start of your first command phase, select one unit from your army. That unit gains 2 experience points after the battle if it is not destroyed at the end of the battle, and an additional 2 bonus experience points if it is not below half strength. Units that have only a single model instead gain these bonus experience points if, at the end of the battle, the number of wounds that model is remaining is less than half. Okay, so you're going to get 2 experience points if you keep them alive until the end, which they have done in the last one, and a bonus 2 if they're above half strength, which I believe they were on the other one as well. With everything ready to go, let's see how things panned out. So the Battle of St. Augustina's Tomb. This is cool. And that's some cool looking artwork, man. Burn the heretics. Burn them all. And shoot that one who's... Look at that cultist running forward there, getting blown to bits with that bolt of fire. Loser. Okay. With a roar and of warp-tainted jump packs, the Black Legion Raptors took to the skies, bounding forwards in great leaps, and led by their dreadlord Harkham, the herald of Abaddon himself, the mighty demon prince Arbal flew alongside them, blotting out the sunlight with each beat of his vast wings. Harkham's ground forces followed in his wake, peppering the Adeptus Sororitas with sporadic fire. The Exorcist, glorious exultation, lived up to its name, and its payload of missiles launched skywards to the sound of organist rise and crescendo. The deadly warheads arched gracefully through the skies to land among the Khorne berserkers, obliterating a trio of the frenzied warriors in a fiery explosion. The Retributors trained their guns on the servitors, their mass firepower ensuring that no skulls would be claimed for Khorne this day. Well done, well done. No skulls for the Skull Throne. The Raptor Lord and his kin descended upon the site of the holy artifact, the tomb of Saint Augustina, taking up a position around the site to create a defensive perimeter as the demon prince swept overhead and into the unabsolved. With otherworldly strength, the mighty demon tore one of the pennant engines apart, though Abal's arrogance would ultimately prove his undoing, as the immortal creature stood gloating one half of both man and machine in each of its vast claws. The other pennant engines proceeded to douse it in flames and rip the demon prince to pieces with their buzzblades. Well done. No more demon prince. Harkham Worldclaimer's decision to head straight for the relic came at a heavy cost in lives, as raptor after raptor fell to the bolt of fire of the battle sisters closing on his position. Moments later, Abaddon's herald stood alone, but before he could react and make good his escape, Harkham Worldclaimer vanished in a fiery explosion as the Exorcist Holy Wrath descended upon him. Alright. Despite the apparent death of their lord and the total destruction of their lead elements, the Ebon Guard sought to salvage the increasingly desperate situation by moving to recover the relic themselves. Supported by their flanking hordes of cultists, Battle Sister Squad, Adrena and Sephirim Squad, both felt the manifest vengeance of the Black Legion as they succumbed to a fearsome counterattack. Yet their sacrifice was not in vain. The pennant engines hurled themselves at the Chaos lines, immolating swathes of cultists with great gouts of flame before tearing into the Ebon Guard. With their Space Marine masters dying before their eyes, the cultists' nerve left them and they began fleeing in droves. For their part, the Ermengarde fought to the last, though against the pain-filled rage of the unabsolved, there could be no victory. As her Adeptus Sororitas consolidated their destruction on the remaining Black Legion forces, Canoness Eva Pureheart allowed herself a brief smile as she recovered that for which they had come, the sacred armour of Saint Augustina. So it looks like a Adeptus Sororitas victory. So wow, that was down to luck, tactics, or the divine will of the God Emperor. Who can say? But we'll take the mission's victor bonus without complaint. We chose the master-crafted armour Crusade relic to represent the armour of Saint Augustina and gave it to Canoness Eva Pureheart, giving her a save characteristic of 2+. Nice. So master-crafted armour. The model save characteristic is improved by 1, so it went up to a 2+. In addition, roll a d6 each time the character suffers a mortal wound. On a 6, the mortal wound is ignored. So the bonus command points received from the Crusade blessing certainly helped. You would normally be looking at starting an incursion battle with 6 command points, so to have 9 at our disposal was a huge boon. It allowed us to make the most of a few crucial moments in the battle, such as a fight with the Demon Prince, focusing fire on the Raptors, and even re-rolling the damage result for the Exorcist missile launcher to take out Harkon Worldclaimer. Well, that's the game. That's game 2 down, and a whole lot more to go. We've lost 1 and won 1, and in doing so, even managed to notch up our first of 10 victories against the forces of chaos, our Crusade goal from the outset. Check in with us again tomorrow, when we'll be taking a quick look at the highlights of the battle's aftermath and what lies ahead for our Crusade force. If you haven't already ordered the core book, go to Warhammer 40,000 and just basically buy one. You get the Crusade journal and everything else. So what do we think about that, guys? I love the way the story's being told here. I'm very surprised that Harkham and all these guys got absolutely wiped out. Very, very interesting. I wonder if they did it just for like narrative sake to make sure the Adeptus Sororitas actually won one. Well, we might never know. But anyway, guys, what do you think? If you're still here watching the end, leave a like on the video, leave some comments, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We post Warhammer 40,000 content, like I said, every single day. There will be more videos going up today at some point, whether it be off the Warhammer community site or whether we do more points, differences, comparisons between 8th and 9th edition. There will be more videos go up today, guys, so keep an eye out for that. But most important, leave your comments and let us know your thoughts. Okay? This is Kel, signing off for 40k, saying stay safe, look after each other. Until next time, guys, we'll see you all later.